guys, welcome back to the channel. We're super excited. This is TY's TV Time presented by the Pop Culture Corner. I know this is crazy. I know it's crazy, but we're doing 2 episodes today. We shot the Supernatural review last night. However, it was a little bit late, so it came out today. And then today, as everyone knows, The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 2 premiered. So, basically, you can't get enough of me today. You can't get enough of me. We do want to say thank you to everyone who watched that other video. If you haven't watched that Supernatural review and you're a fan of Supernatural, or if you're just a fan of our show, make sure you get over there and watch it. It's a great episode. I think I said a little bit too much. However, I took some notes, so I was reading from them just to hit every point. And, you know, it's one of those words that does come out of my mouth, and I definitely need to learn how to control it. So sorry. See, I just did it again. Sorry about that. The Mandalorian Season 2 continued on Disney Plus today, following last week's amazing season opener by bringing Mando and Baby Yoda on a different kind of adventure, I'll say that much. It's something creepier, it's something crawlier, and it's something froggier. Yes, I just said that. I definitely said that. Chapter 10, titled The Passenger. It's kind of like a Marvel Cinematic double punch knockout, because Peyton Reed actually directed it, and most people know Peyton Reed for things like Ant-Man and its sequel. Also, Jon Favreau obviously executive produces on it and the show in general. He executive produces the show in general, and he was obviously a big part of Iron Man 1 and 2, if not the biggest besides Robert Downey. So I thought that was pretty cool, a little bit nod. I love when, directors and producers get together like that, and they can extend their relationship further than just the Marvel Universe. They can come out and do other things. This is a little bit closer to the Marvel Universe than anything else is really, but it was really cool to see his take on the Star Wars universe. So from here on out, guys, we're going to be jumping into heavy spoiler zones. So, if you haven't watched Season 2, Episode 2 yet, please go watch that first and then come back and watch our video, because we're going to be doing a review, a breakdown, in like a reaction kind of way. I just finished the episode, so we're gonna be jumping right into it. So I hope you guys remember last season's prison breakout episode, because this calls back to it a bunch. Really the whole not the premise of this episode, but the reason why things are happening are heavily influenced by that episode last season. Returning to Mos Eisley after retrieving Boba Fett's armor, Mando reunites with crazy, wacky mechanic Peli Motto, played by Amy Sedaris, I believe her name is. She's definitely unique in the sense that she kind of reminds me of, I can't remember, but the woman from Fight Club, the crazy one that Brad Pitt lives with, Tyler Durden lives with, and she's also in Harry Potter, I believe it is. She's one of the villains, like henchwomen. Sorry, I didn't mean to go there. So he meets up with her in a cantina known as Chaldom's Cantina, and learns by her, because she's playing like a card game, resembles real world poker, if you would. And Mando needs to find other Mandalorians to reunite Baby Yoda. I know Disney would prefer us call him the child, but on my watch that won't be happening. He's Baby Yoda. So Mando needs the help of other Mandalorians, so he's looking for information on where to find them. Mondo's poker, let's just call it poker, opponent, she has information. It has information on some Mandalorians, and in trade for the contact, which, because the opponent knows someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows. I'm just kidding. But we end up striking a deal between Mando and Mando that he will take this person to the galaxy where the other Mandos are. It's the moon, I believe. It's the moon of Tarta. Trask, not Tarta. The moon of Trask. So he's going to take her there in exchange for the information on where the Mandalorians are. So we learn this mysterious contact's husband has seen Mandalorians on the moon of Trask, like I said, but she needs to get there without hyperspace jumping. She is a frog-like creature, and her eggs are the last of her kind, of her life cycle, offspring. It's frog stuff. It's frog stuff. Yeah, it's frog stuff. But can't go into hyperspace jump because it will kill the eggs. What a twist. What a twist. Also, like I said, the contact is amphibious. From the context of the episode, I'm calling her Frog Lady. I mean, it's truly an excellent name. If you can come up with a better one, let me know. Let me know. Fun fact, she's voiced by D. Bradley Baker. D. Bradley Baker voiced all the clone troopers in Clone Wars. Yep. I thought that was, bringing people back, recycling characters. I love it. Next thing we do, we're going to cut to the next scene. Trapper Wolf, one of the New Republic X-Wing pilots who chases Mando. So Mando's cruising at non-hyperspeed speeds, so very slow in terms of space travel. Two X-Wings kind of grab him, trap him, and they ask for his papers, or a ping, if you will, because they're scouring space, or they're scouring their territory for Imperial holdouts. Mando, obviously has some issue with law. He's done a couple things that he's probably on the Republic's radar, so he tries to avoid it, can't, and then it turns into an awesome dogfight. But one of the X-Wing pilots is actually Dave Filoni, and I thought that was cool because Dave Filoni is Star Wars guy. I mean, he's a wealth of knowledge when it comes to Star Wars. He's an executive producer on the show. He directed a couple episodes last season. I'm sure he's directing a couple this season. And he's got his hands in all things. Like, he's had his hands in Clone Wars, Rebels, and Resistance. And now Mandalorian. He's really good pals with George Lucas. And he's just, if you talk to the other people on set, they go to him for questions on continuity, on pretty much everything. Dave Filoni is Mr. Star Wars on the Mandalorian set. The other pilot, Captain Carson Teva, is played by Paul Sun Hyung Lee from Kim's Convenience. I believe this is his first Star Wars role. So the New Republic apparently has an arrest warrant on Mando because he helped break out that criminal from prison last season. When the pilots rescue Mando and the Razor Crest at the end of the episode, we learn that his leaving the other mercenaries in prison and trying to save the New Republic officer kind of got him off the hook here, in like a funny exchange between the three. The X-Wing pilots end up coming back at the end, but we'll get there. This episode, by the way, might contain a trigger for people who have, the heebie-jeebies, for arachnophobia, or even the sight of spiders. After the Razor Crest crashes, it lands spectacularly on this icy plain. and they think they're out of Dodge. However, the ice starts to crack, and the Razor Crest falls through this, like, not portal, but this hole. Falls down, and Baby Yoda accidentally awakens a bunch of horrifying spider things. They're disgusting, and they get. I started itching when I saw them. But Baby Yoda was really hungry this episode, because not only was he eating the Frog Lady's eggs, but after the ship is, they assess the ship, they start fixing it. Frog Lady takes off, and she goes and finds this like hot spring, and she's bathing in it while her eggs are also sitting in the pool. And Mando comes and he's like, come on, let's gather this stuff up. I can't protect you out here. Baby Yoda goes to try to eat one of the eggs again. Hilarious. And Mando kind of brushes him off and continues gathering the eggs for the Frog Lady. Baby Yoda, being the little child that he is, starts walking away, and in the distance you can see these like spherical egg things popping out of the ground. Baby Yoda goes over, rips one open, eats what's inside of it. So like I said, he's super hungry this episode. Must be, he's a growing little boy, guys. He's growing. He needs to eat. So he goes over, eats it, and then all these eggs start hatching, and little spiders are coming out, and Mando turns around, sees it. Frog Lady sees it. By the way, epic, one of the best clothes grabs I've ever seen. She throws her tongue out, grabs her clothes, because not only baby spiders, but mama spider's coming. This huge, huge spider, just as equally disgusting as the other little ones. They all start coming out of their hell spawn holes, and the chase is on. They chase Mando and the Frog Lady and Baby Yoda out of, back through the tunnels, and Mando's shooting them. He's throwing bombs. He even uses his flamethrower and burns a bunch of them. They run back, they get in the ship, and they have to seal themselves in while spiders are coming in. By the way, one of the funniest things I've seen on the show so far. So Baby Yoda, they all get in the cabin, right? The cabin of the Razor Crest. And spiders are still coming in while Mando's trying to shut the hatch. And spiders, a couple of them get through, but he's, sealing it up. He's flamethrowing the rest of them. And a couple spiders come in, and one comes on top of Baby Yoda's head. And he's like trying to get it with his little arms, but he can't reach. It was so cute and so funny. And then Frog Lady just, pulls a gun and shoots the remaining spiders in the cabin. She got real dark real quick, protecting her eggs, I guess. But I thought that was so cute. I really did. It was so, he gobbled up the spider, and then the spider got on top of him. It was really cute. So the spiders kind of reminded me of the what is it, the Krykna, or is it the Krykna in Rebels, or even the Wychok from Jedi Fallen Order, actually. But Lucasfilm creative art manager Phil Steelzak confirmed that they're a different species altogether. They're inspired by the same Ralph McQuarrie design, but Steelzak regularly shares Star Wars details on Twitter, so I highly recommend that you go follow him. He's a wealth of knowledge when it comes to the show and things that he's a part of. So, I mean, this is a really short episode, which kind of depressed me. It was only 41 minutes. And the spiders they're kind of now they're overtaking the ship, right? So they're all on top of the ship. And when Mando earlier, when they were chasing him through the tunnels, Mando kind of hits a couple with a few bombs and takes out the large mother one, or at least so we thought, right? Because now all the little and medium-sized ones are chasing him to the ship, get on top of Baby Yoda's head again, like that. She shoots them off. They think they're in the clear, and they get in the ship. They start it, right? The turbines blow, and they start to lift. All of a sudden, Big Mama Spider, bow, comes in. She's back. I don't know if it's Daddy Spider or it's Mama Spider. I don't know if there's two of them or if it's just the one. However, another big-ass one drops its leg once, twice into the ship's hull. And all of a sudden, you think, right, doom is impending. They're going to die. But no. Remember, those X-Wing pilots that I mentioned earlier, they start shooting down the remaining spiders. And then Mando meets them outside for a quick exchange where, they tell him, hey, you got no arrest warrant, but you've done some cool stuff also. Thank you. We're going to look the other way. And he's like, Mando returns and says, hey, how about, I forfeit those bounties and y'all come help me, fix this ship so I can get out of this ice rock. They say, how about we just don't vaporize you next time? And then they take off, leaving Mando to fix the ship himself. The ship takes off. Baby Yoda, Frog Lady, Mando, in space again with a very, very teeter-tottery takeoff. Smoke coming out. Then Mando looks over, decides he's going to take a nap. But he throws a little funny one-liner in there, and he's like, wake me up if anyone's shooting at us, or if that door gets sucked out of space, because they still have the hole in the main cabin. And then he's just like, because he knows he's talking to himself, because Frog Lady doesn't understand him, and the child is the child, so he knows he's just talking to himself, and he's like, just kidding, we'd be dead if that happened. I thought, in context, it's really funny. When I explain it, it sounds really stupid, but it's funnier when he says it. So, we get one last quick shot of Mando in his nap stance, Yoda right in front of him, and Frog Lady, who Yoda starts looking at her, right? He's looking, and you can tell he's still hungry, and he wants to eat those eggs she's got. She wraps them tighter, right? And then the last shot of the episode, Yoda just eats another egg. Hilarious again. I thought this episode, however, it wasn't like deep, in-depth. There wasn't a lot of heavy dialogue or story in it. It was really, really, really fun. I thought it was a good way to follow up the intense season opener. And I thought it doesn't carry too much story. However, it advances the plot just enough. Keeps the audience entertained. Overall, I give this episode an 8.5 for just pure awesome visuals. The dogfight was really cool to watch in 4K. Very clear detail. The volume that they have, the way they shoot Mandalorian and the volume, it's so spectacular, guys. If you haven't already watched Disney Gallery, they go into all the technology and how they shoot the show. Really, 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 really great. If you want something to watch after The Mandalorian, it's so good, and you get to see a lot of behind the scenes stuff from the show. That's it, though. That's the episode. Nothing crazy going on. The story advances maybe just one step, but it does in fact advance. We got a couple cool things going on. We get to see Baby Yoda strutting his stuff a little bit. We met Frog Lady. We know that she's trying to get to that star galaxy, that world, so she can meet up with her husband and they can fertilize the eggs. I guess I don't know if they're already fertile. Okay, don't listen to me anymore. Don't listen to me anymore. But they need to meet up because they're husband and wife, and Mando's gonna take them, and that's where they're off. Still haven't gotten any backstory or follow up from the season 1 opener's last scene, which shows Boba Fett kind of turn around. I'm assuming maybe next week's episode we'll get that. Stay tuned. We'll be doing another one of these episodes next week, following the Mandalorian episode. I said it again. I said it this morning on the episode for Supernatural. It is November, and that means it's DC and Snyder Cut Expose month. We're happy to have a couple guests joining us. So make sure you join us this Sunday for our first guest, Jack Sheriff. We'll be talking why we love DC, why we love comic book stuff, and what we did to help get the Snyder Cut made. We'll also be hosting Sean O'Connell, writer of Release the Snyder Cut book, as well as managing director at Cinema Blend. He's also worked in some VFX. He's worked on films, critiquing films, and he's just an overall fun guy to have on the show. The following week, the third week after that, we will have the Nerd Queens responsible for Justice Con on the show. We'll get to talk to them about their relationship with Zack Snyder, what it felt like to create Justice Con, what they did to prepare for it, and the following week after that is our main event, where we have DarkSeid himself coming on the show, Mr. Ray Porter, who has been in all kinds of shows, Lost, Sons of Anarchy, he's been in movies like Argo, just an overall great guy. We're super excited to have him, talk to him about how he geared up to be DarkSeid, how it feels to be a DCEU villain, and what he did to prepare for the role. So, as always, guys, if no one told you, today I love you, I appreciate you, and I care about you. Please, if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. Please join us this Sunday for our Snyder Cut and DC expose. My name's TY, guys, and I'm signing out.